Alright, what is going on YouTube BackSlash coming at you with another Jujutsu Kaisen video. Today we are going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I am going to try and make this a relatively spoiler-free video. I'm not going to be talking about any deaths or anything like that, but I am going to be talking about the events that are going to occur during Season 2. I gotta cover some characters, I gotta cover arcs and stuff like that, but I'm going to try and not give away too much of the story. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about Season 2. So as many of you know, Season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be coming out on July 6th on Crunchyroll. In terms of where we left off in the manga, we actually left off on chapter 63, which is volume 8 of the manga. So anything past volume 8 in the manga is not been animated quite yet. We ended on the Origin of Obedience arc, which featured the introduction to the cursed room paintings. Choso is one of the main characters that we got to meet, along with letting us know that Megumi's sister Sumiki is in a coma. So season 2 of the anime is going to pick up right where the anime left off. This means that we're going to see the hidden inventory or the Gojo's past arc. This arc is a flashback to one of the last missions that Geto and Gojo had before Geto turned evil. It features Gojo and Geto escorting someone important named Riko Amanai. Through this arc, we're introduced to Toji Fushiguro, who is Megumi's father. Along with that, being introduced to a young Nanami and his old partner Yuhaibara. Along with this, we see how Shoko has started to become a nurse during this arc, and we also meet Shu Kong, who is a minor character, but he assists Toji now and later on in the story, so I wanted to mention him as well. During this arc, one of the biggest things that happen is we get to see Gojo develop a new curse technique called Hollow Purple. Really cool. Very excited for that to be animated. So after the conclusion of the hidden inventory arc, we move on to the Premature Death Arc, which takes place approximately 1 year after the hidden inventory or Gojo's past arc. This arc features new characters such as Ijichi, along with special grade sorcerer Yuki Tsukumo. Now, she's not all that big of a character right now, but she does kind of implant the idea into Geto's head about regular humans not being deserving of protection by Jujutsu sorcerers, although he'd already been having this idea himself. This arc really is fairly short, but it shows Suguru Geto's descent into why he hates humans so much. Along with this, we're introduced to Nanako and Minako Hasaba in the arc, the two girls that are with Geto. We see them in Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and then they're also in the later Shibuya Incident Arc. After the end of the Premature Death Arc, we get to see a little bit of Megumi's backstory in chapter 79. We get to see Gojo meeting and talking with Megumi about his father, Toji, and his connections to the Zenin clan, along with how Megumi was brought to Jujutsu High. After Megumi's backstory, we dive into the rest of chapter 79, all of 80 and 81 and 82, which feature Jujutsu sorcerers finding out that there is a mole within the Jujutsu world. We see a fight take place between Mahito and said mole. At chapter 83, we begin the longest arc up to this point in the story. This is the Shibuya Incident Arc. I'm sure you guys have heard about this arc. It is widely talked about as one of the best arcs in shonen manga and stuff like that. I'm very excited for this to be animated. This arc is also likely where season 2 is going to leave off. Assuming that there are 63 chapters that they animate, that means that they would get to chapter 126, which is one of the latter chapters of the Shibuya arc. It doesn't quite close it out. That's around chapter, I want to say 135, 136, where it actually ends. So it's likely that the Shibuya incident will be the first part of season 3, or maybe they'll make a movie to cap off the Shibuya arc at the very end. Now, before we actually get into the Shibuya arc, we do get a little arc about Gojo's backstory when he was younger. It's very minimal, very minor, doesn't really matter all that much, but I want to talk about that. Now let's go ahead and get into all of the new characters that we are introduced to in the Shibuya incident arc. I'm just going to go ahead and read off my monitor right now because there's a lot of names. So we get to meet Naobito Zenin, Takuma Ino, Atsuya Kusakabe, Wee, Kogai, Ogami, Jiro Awasaka, Uruume, Haruta Shigamo, Dagon, Arui, and then another character named the Eight-Handled Sword Divergent Scylla Divine General Maharaga. He is a really cool curse that we get to meet in the Shibuya arc, but that is all of the characters that we get to meet. And again, as I previously mentioned, it's going to end off on the Shibuya arc. Season 2 likely will. Probably a bit of a, not cliffhanger ending, but it's going to be a bit of a sad ending. I was just reading up to 124 yesterday in volume 14. Yeah, there's going to be a lot that happens this season. I'm very excited for it. But there we have it, the entirety of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. What's going to be in it, what's going to be contained within it. So let's go ahead and run through it real quick again. We have the hidden inventory arc, which is Gojo's past, with Geto, Gojo, and introducing Toji. We also have the Premature Death Arc, which is Geto's arc descent into madness and descent into wanting to kill all non-sorcerers. We get a little bit of Megumi's backstory, along with the Evening Festival mini arc, which is where there is a mole within Jujutsu, the Jujutsu world. And then last but very much not least, we have the Shibuya incident, which starts at chapter 83 and runs all the way to chapter like 130 something. So it is going to be a large part of season 2, probably the latter 14 to 16 episodes. There's a lot that goes down. We get reintroduced to some characters. There's, there's a lot that goes down. It's a very very cool arc, very fun arc. I was catching up, or I was not catching up, I was rereading it last night, and I was having a blast with it. I'm very excited for it to get animated. But there you have it. Short, simple, to the point, not too many spoilers. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm going to be doing a Shibuya arc spoiler heavy overview in the next couple of days, and I'm very excited to do that for you guys. So there you have it. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.